YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Antha Barber coming back at you with another haircut tutorial. In this video, I'm going to be doing a skin fade with a number 2 on top. I'm going to begin this cut by taking my WAHL number 2 guard on my clipper with the lever closed, and I'm going to begin to remove and knock down bulk. This is also going to be the desired length for my client on top, so I'm going to make sure that I cut everything evenly. Now that I got everything knocked down evenly, I'm going to come in with my caliber 38 trimmer, and I'm going to begin to set and create my first guideline, which is going to be my bald guide. So now that my bald guideline was created, I'm going to completely bald out the bottom of that guide using my Babyliss FX02 foil shaver. And when I get towards the top of that guide, I will use that flick out motion because I do want to demonstrate a clean transition from completely bald to stubble, because that's going to help my blend pop. So now that my bald guideline is blended out, I'm going to come in with my BABYLISSPRO FX clipper with the lever fully open, and I'm going to begin to set and create my next guideline. So now that my guideline was created with the lever fully open, I'm now going to close my lever and begin to blend from the bottom of this guide right back up towards the top of it. And little by little, as I work my way up, you're going to notice that I slowly work my lever, meaning I slightly open it every time I move up. And every time that I do that, you're going to notice that that guide's moving up with me, but that's okay because that's exactly what we're looking for. By the time we get to the top of this guide and our lever's fully extended, it'll be completely blended out. So now that I have that guide blended out, I'm going to come in with my WAHL number 1 guard with the lever fully open, and I'm going to begin to set and create my next guideline. I am going to give myself the same amount of space that I gave myself with the previous guide. That way I keep everything consistent with this blend. So now that my guide was created with the lever fully open, I'm now going to close my lever and begin to blend from the bottom of this guide right back up towards the top of this guide. So I'm literally going to take this one closed and stop right underneath where that one fully open just ended off. It's really important to remember that that one fully open is going to help us transition into the next step of our blend. So now I'm going to come in with my WAHL half guard, and right where I'm showing you the one closed tends to leave weight behind. So I'm gonna come in with this wall half guard with the lever fully open, and I'm gonna begin to attack right above the weight that I see. Again, that's right above the weight that I see. And then I'm gonna use that fade down process. So I'm gonna close my lever as needed, working my way down until that guide's completely blended out. Alright, so now I have my half guard closed, and from this angle it looks like it's not completely removing that guide. However, from the angle that I'm cutting, it looks completely removed. But nevertheless, if you ever run into a situation like this where something's not blending out or you're struggling, my best advice to you would be to just continue to go on, because right now what we're doing is we're just setting the foundation. We're laying down the groundwork for the blend and the fade and the haircut that we want to give them. And once we lay that foundation down, then we're gonna come back through and we're gonna finalize everything. We're gonna detail everything and we're gonna get everything cleaned up. So never take forever struggling with the haircut when you could just keep on pushing and always come back to it and clean it up. So right here I came in with my wall half guard with the lever fully open, and this time I'm not looking to set any guideline. I'm just trying to transition into that number 2 closed, so I'm not looking to set anything in. However, I will come clean it up with the lever fully open, and then just like the previous guides, I'll close the lever and begin to clean up and go right up underneath where I just left off with that lever fully open. Alright, so I noticed that a lot of people tend to struggle when it comes to fading the back of the head, and I'm not really sure why, so I wanted to include this part to just demonstrate that if you follow the same exact steps that you just did on the side of the fade, then everything should come together as it should. So right here I'm going to do the same exact steps that I just did, except this time I'm going to use that fade down process. I'm going to start with the highest guard used, and I'm going to work my way down using everything that we just used to create the fade on the side, this time just fading down. Hey, real quick, while this beat's going hard, I just want to say shout out to Tito Beats. If you like this fire that you hear in your ear, make sure that you check the link in the description and go check my mans out. I also want to say shout out to every veteran out there. Today's Veterans Day. I appreciate you. I appreciate your service. Thank you. Alright, so now I'm going to begin his lineup, and anytime that I do anybody's lineup, my number one goal is to just keep everything as natural as possible, but sharp at the same time. And we could all see that my man doesn't have a very strong hairline, but he doesn't have a weak one neither. So I'm just going to take what he already has there, and I'm just going to clean it up. And while I have this trimmer in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and completely remove the rest of the bulk that was left when we originally set that bald guideline. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean that up with my foil shaver. Alright, so now I'm going to begin my detail work and I'm going to cross-check my blend. And anytime I do this, I just find it to be a little more helpful or useful if I use a different clipper to do it. And I feel like it just gives the blend a different look to it that I like. And so I found that this clipper and the other clipper that I use somewhat complements each other, and so that's exactly what I chose to use. However, I am using the same exact guard, so the fade system still is the same. So here it is, the look at the final cut. If you got anything useful out of it, I ask that you smash that like button. If you're new to my channel, I suggest you stick around. It's only gonna get doper from here. We just hit 25K, so I'm still looking to celebrate that. I'm gonna be giving away these caliber 38 special trimmers that you see me using in this video right here. So make sure you follow me on my Instagram at AntTheBarber509 for all the details on that giveaway. I appreciate y'all. Be blessed and be a blessing. I'm out.